Remember how Samsung scrambled to push out the One UI 8 beta, even while some regions were still waiting for the stable One UI 7? Well, Xiaomi seems to have taken the same chaotic energy and turned up a notch. Some companies keep certain numbers because they are unlucky, but Xiaomi, they didn't just keep 16, they leapt straight into controversy. And now it's official, the Xiaomi 17 Pro Max is here, but instead of a bold new design, it looks like they've borrowed straight from Apple's playbook, an iPhone 70 style body, a chunky camera plateau, and a display embedded right into it. For years, Xiaomi fans waited for another Ultra, but this year, the creme de la creme is called Pro Max. Barrett branding, Barrett body. So the question is this boldness or has Xiaomi finally joined the plateau club? If you need proof that innovation is slowing down, just rewind to Xiaomi's own past. Back in 2021, the Mi 11 Ultra had a mini rear screen on its camera housing. It looked futuristic, full of promise. Xiaomi hyped it as a feature that would evolve with updates. But over time, silence. No meaningful updates, no real purpose, just another flashy idea that faded into gimmick territory. And fast forward to now, no name, no design, same deja vu. We've entered an era where every new feature feels like a remix of something we've already seen. And it's not just Xiaomi. Think about the foldable wave. Foldables were supposed to change the game, the future of smartphones. Yet, after 5 or 6 generations, they still carry the same issues: fragile displays, creases, high prices, and modest adoption. The Galaxy Fold 7 is now a veteran, but even it feels more like a refinement than revolution. Even Apple, the master of storytelling and design, isn't immune. The camera platter has become a literal and metaphorical symbol, an elegant emblem of industry standing still. The big innovations of recent years, the dynamic island, clever but not groundbreaking. Dual video recording, Android had it years ago. eSIM only iPhones. Convenience for some, but frustration for others. Anti-reflecting coatings? Nice, but not revolutionary. Apple has mastered the art of polish, but polish is not progress. And yet, when Apple slows down, the entire industry seems to follow. And there is Samsung, always racing to stay ahead, sometimes to the point of tripping over itself. Launching One UI 8 beta before finishing the rollout of the One UI 7 isn't innovation, it's impatience. And the hardware? The S25 Ultra brings sharper edges, smaller bezels, and a sprinkle of new AI tricks for its camera. But in the end, it's just a fresh coat of paint on a very familiar house. Samsung still makes one of the best phones on the planet. But even they are feeling the weight of repetition. And ironically, the one brand that isn't standing still is the one that was forced to. Huawei was once at the very heart of the innovation race, pioneering satellite communication, developing its own mobile ecosystem, and pushing camera tech beyond the limits of mobile photography. The partnership with Leica set new standards, and even after the split, Huawei doubled down with their own X-Mate system. They tried everything: variable aperture on the display sensors, and mind-bending zoom system. They weren't just competing, they were redefining the rules. But instead of celebrating that innovation, the industry punished it. Bans, restrictions, and political barriers slowed them down, not technology itself. And here's the irony: if Huawei hadn't been handicapped, they might have seen a complete different smartphone landscape today. But instead, what we've got was a wave of safe design choices and small incremental upgrades. Huawei still dares to be different, but they're now fighting a battle very few others are waiting to fight. See, while everyone's busy polishing their rectangles, AI has quietly become the new battlefield. We've reached a point where hardware improvement no longer excites us the way they used to. Because AI can now make a mid-range sensor perform like a flagship one. AI can stabilize shaky footage, fix your photo, even rewrite your caption, all before you blink. That's why I think phone makers should start copying camera companies' formula. Wait at least 4 years before releasing a true new flagship. Now think about it. Sony doesn't drop a new A7 or FX model every year. They wait, they refine, they only release when it matters. And when they finally do, the world pays attention. I believe if smartphone brands followed that model, consumers would actually look forward to upgrades again. Imagine the anticipation, 4 years of real R&D, meaningful changes, smarter AI, deeper software evolution. Because at this point, we don't need another 200x zoom and a slightly bigger sensor. We need software that's more intelligent, more capable, and more personal. Phones that grow with us, not just faster and zoom farther. Line up the iPhone 17 Pro Max, the S25 Ultra, and the Xiaomi 17 Pro Max, and you start seeing the same story. The design, minimal changes. Camera, incremental updates, mostly AI assisted. When it comes to the battery, you got bigger numbers and the same chemistry. And the software, improved ecosystem, but not new experiences. The battlefield isn't about who innovates more, it's about who locks you in tighter. Ecosystem retention has replaced innovation. Even brand is building higher walls, not wider horizons. So have phone makers reached their plateau? The Xiaomi 17 Pro Max makes a strong case for yes. It's sleek, it's powerful, it's premium, but it's also safe, predictable, familiar. A beautiful rectangle in a world of rectangles. We're long past the days when every launch made jaws drop. Now it's refinements and recycled ideas dressed as revolutions. And maybe that's why patience matters more than ever. Because innovation without purpose isn't innovation, it's noise. If phone makers slowed down, took a breath, and gave us something truly worth waiting for, the industry might just find its spark again. Until then, we'll keep upgrading rectangles slightly shinier, slightly faster, but still rectangles. Thanks for watching.